Cricbuzz Comm Box looking at a match that's, well, perilously poised. If you think back, Michael Vaughan, when we chatted in the 35th over of India's run chase in the previous ODI, Shikhar Dhawan had just got out, and all our discussions about how India are well on track went for a six. Has this wicket of Virat Kohli also sent India's chase into a tailspin?
Yeah, I mean, he was playing so well. He was almost just playing within himself, just knocking it around, hitting the boundaries at the right time. This partnership was developing. And of course, for India to chase down this mammoth total, you'd feel that Virat would have needed a 150 plus with a bit of a cameo from Hardik and maybe Ravi Jadeja. The reason why he's had to play within himself and not kind of fire, I'm sure everyone said, oh, yeah, but Steve Smith got a 62 ball 100. The difference is that Steve Smith's got a batting lineup that's deep, so he knows he can go early. He's got that much kind of protection. Alex Carey's not even had to stroll out there and have a knock. They've got so much batting depth, Australia. And the problem for India is, and Virat, they just don't have enough batting depth. So he has to just hang in and hang in. He don't go too risky too soon. And that's why he's striking at around 100. Whereas, you know, on a wicket like this, it's a fast outfield. You would expect the strike rates to be around 120, 130, and then go up to over 150. But Virat just can't do that in this innings. It's so important. He knows he's got to play the long innings. It's still on slightly. There's a small chance, but it's only a small chance because Hardik Pandya, we saw on Friday, he's in great form, great mind, and you just never know. But you just feel Virat's wickets probably just cost India the game. Yeah,
I was wondering if we're allowed to use your favorite hashtag on.
Yeah, well, they've just got to go on. They've got to go on and on and on and try and get there somehow. But it'll take a mammoth effort from the batters remaining. You just never know. But, you know, those last 10 overs, it's almost like the period from 30 to 40 is the period to really go because of that one extra fielder in the circle. And then from 40 to 50, when another fielder goes out, it almost comes a little bit easier to bowl. So you have to do your striking now.
But also, if you look at, you mentioned Australia's batting depth and why Steve Smith was able to express himself. Australia's bowling depth as well is helping them. I mean, you can see yet again, Mitch Starc has gone for a few 6-0, 15-2-0 is not a typical Starc set of figures. But look at Moses Henriques. He's come in as a replacement for Marcus Stoinis, and he's bowled a very for Moses Henriques. And yeah.
I'm back.
Lost you for a second there. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Moses on. I think we over kind of talk pace. You know, we always talk because it's a great skill of the game and a great exponent, and we all like watching pacey bowlers. But what we don't talk enough about is skillful bowlers, skillful kind of clever bowlers who can run up and see the batsman move, change their angle, change the pace according to what the batsman does pre-delivery. Moses Henriques is the perfect example of that. You look at Hardik Pandya's 4 overs. Again, smart bowling, running up, changing his pace, varying his lines, lengths, deliveries. There's more for that kind of skilled bowler in this era of white ball cricket than someone just charging in, trying to bowl quick every single delivery. Because I think, you know, a batter can just line up that kind of pacey bowler now. They know what's going to come out of the hand. Whereas someone like Moses Henriques today, he's run up and he's kind of bowled cutters, different styles of slow balls, and he's been watching the batsman. I also think it helps, you know, the likes of Hardik Pandya and Moses Henriques, they're high-class batsmen. So I think they think like the batter when they're running up to bowl, which I think is a massive advantage.
And one word on the fielding. We saw catches dropped for both teams in the first match. Couple of sterling efforts from Steve Smith and later Moses Henriques to get rid of Virat Kohli. Those were top-class catches.
Yeah, I mean, I think on Australian side, they can have one bad day in the field, but they don't have two. You know, they just don't come out 2 days later and field like they did on Friday. That's not the way Australia play their cricket. That mid-wicket region has been it's been a position where if you're a good fielder, you want to be because there's plenty of balls going through there in the air. And that last catch from Moses Henriques, because it's Virat Kohli, it's going to his wrong side. He's a right-handed fielder, so preferred diving to his right. To go to his left and take it so well. We've seen Steve Smith go to his right and take a higher one. Again, that was a high-class catch, but that one from Henriques is it's a different gravy catch because of the fact he sees the pull shot and he anticipates and he goes. and it's Virat Kohli. So any time the ball sticks in your hands and it's Virat Kohli, it's a great catch.
In case you were wondering, I wasn't slapping myself. I'm not one of those Indian fans who's going out in despair. India's still very much in the game. But Michael Vaughan, like I asked you in the previous game, and you gave me a very unequivocal no that, India without Hardik Pandya couldn't finish it. Today, it's KL Rahul, Hardik Pandya together. You pretty much wouldn't want Jadeja to come out until the issue is sealed, if it's sealed.
Yeah, I mean, there's a glimmer, but I can't see how they get over the line. It's just that batting depth. I just don't think it's long enough. You can't rely on just one partnership, which is this partnership. Jadeja could play a nice cameo, but you'd want to take it to within 50 or 60. I just think they're so reliant on the top order, and it does really require, when India get a big score or chase a big score, it needs one of those top three to get a 130, 140 plus score. And if they do so, then everything else kind of works around it. But without that 100 from the top three, very, very difficult to chase down this kind of score.
Well, if it does happen, it'll rely a lot on this partnership. And if this partnership flourishes, I'm just going to sit back and watch it over a good cup of coffee. We'll see you soon.